Selling Alejandro Garnacho, we have to have this conversation. Why would Manchester United want to be selling Garnacho? One of Manchester United's brightest young academy graduates to come through the system in years, to be sold by Manchester United next year, as soon as the winter transfer window, in fact. In this video, I'm going to go through where the story has came from, why Garnacho is being thought of by Manchester United as a possible player to make money off and sell, who is actually in the reckoning, who has actually already submitted a bid, who is the mystery club bidding as much as 60 million for Garnacho. Can United afford to turn that down? I want your opinions in the comment section as well. Please give the video a like, subscribe to Forever United TV. Welcome along to this extra video, a special video in fact. We've talked many times about Manchester United on FUTV, selling players, who needs to go, who needs to stay. I think Garnacho is a special case. I think we do really need to sit down and have the conversation about Garnacho as to why Manchester United would actually sell a player, a bright young prospect, like we said there. 27 games this season. He's only had 15 starts, mind, but 12 goal involvements, including 8 goals and 4 assists in that time. Garnacho, under Erik ten Hag, probably performed more consistent this season than he has under Amorim. I think we can safely say that. When it comes to why United would be looking to sell Garnacho, if, say for instance, Erik ten Hag was still in the frame and was still the manager of Manchester United, we wouldn't be selling Garnacho. There's not a chance in hell that Garnacho would be leaving Manchester United. But Erik ten Hag is not in charge of Manchester United. We all know he's been sacked because we were useless under Erik ten Hag. And we needed a system in. Now, a system manager in Ruben Amorim is in situ at Manchester United. And where we all thought this was going to be great, where we all thought we were actually going to start moving forward, seeing a manager come in, or head coach even, giving these players simple instructions and just getting more out of these players. They've proved that they can get to third in the league before, most of this squad that Erik ten Hag brought in. So why can't a coach with a vision, with a style of play, a real style of play that has worked wherever he has gone and was going to be ending up at one of the other big clubs in Europe if United didn't take him on, why is this not going to work at Manchester United? Well, because of the players. I think one thing Ruben Amorim has done, and the only good thing Ruben Amorim has done at Manchester United, some would say, is out the Manchester United players. Because results, let's be honest, they haven't got any better. 2 wins in 7 for Ruben Amorim right now for Manchester United in the league. Not great at all. And Manchester United really falling down that table. 14th, 11 points off top 4, closer to the relegation zone, and players really underperforming. We know that Garnacho was one of these players. He was left out of the Manchester City squad, and there has been some reports about Garnacho not being happy about that. Still, in fact, moping around, according to sources around Carrington, and not convinced, still a bit moody about not being in the Manchester derby. Manchester United did win that game without Rashford and Garnacho. But since then, Garnacho has come back into the squad and has actually had a little bit of game time, whereas the likes of Marcus Rashford look like it's all doom and gloom and it is completely over for him. But Garnacho has come on. The fans haven't really been impressed with Garnacho's performances since he's come on back onto the pitch for Ruben Amorim. In his few fleeting appearances that he's made since that Manchester derby, he's not really done anything. He doesn't really look up for it, and he's walking around a little bit like he doesn't want to be here. So should United sell him? Well, that has come up in many conversations. United have got no money. United need to sell players to actually bring new players in. Now, Garnacho is an academy player brought in from Atletico Madrid's academy a few years ago now, and because he's been at the club a certain amount of time, he is now classed as an academy graduate, so he is homegrown, there being 100% profit if United sell him for anything. So that is, if a £60 million bid comes in, would definitely prick the ears up of Ineos, Sir Jim Radcliffe. This is where they can actually make some money, and if this is a player which is proving the case that Ruben Amorim doesn't want in his squad right now, then they are going to cash in. They should cash in, you would say. If he's not going to play him, what's the point in him being there? If he's upset about being left out of a Manchester United squad, why is he even there? These are the things that the fans would be saying right now. And you know what? Needs must, a lot of people would say. United just need to cut their cloth according and get rid of players that are not going to feature. It's as simple as that. So, Garnacho, 60 million bid. What is that 60 million bid? Who is that mystery club that are in? Well, in fact, according to reports, and there have been quite a few, there have been 6 teams interested in Garnacho and taking him from Manchester United. We'll go through them now and we'll just cross off the ones that are just never going to happen. Real Madrid, for instance, were part of that 6. They've got no room for Garnacho. They're not going to spend 60 million on him when they've got the talent that they've got in their front line. I can't see that happening. There's not a chance that Garnacho is going to end up at Real Madrid. Barcelona, another one on that list. Well, they apparently, if they don't register Dani Olmo by the 31st of December, he could go as a free agent. So clearly they cannot afford anyone themselves right now. They can't afford to pay wages and register players. So Garnacho doesn't stand a chance of going to Barcelona. They would have to offload players to make that happen. And I don't think United are in the waiting around type of time for letting other clubs get their ships in order. They need to look after themselves and get Garnacho out the door. City were another one, apparently. Forget that. United will never sell to City. So there's 3 teams off the list instantly. Then you've got Chelsea. Chelsea, I don't know. It's a maybe. They've already taken Sancho and they've already got a loan with obligation to buy for Jadon Sancho, which United will cash 25 million in on at the end of this season. So are they looking for another wide player? Maybe. It depends on players moved out on Chelsea. The other club involved, or other 2 clubs involved, first of all, was Juventus. Now, this one you could maybe look at and say a possible right now, because obviously Manchester United are looking to buy Osimhen, and we've heard about these rumours about United looking to maybe do a swap deal with Marcus Rashford maybe. And Juve, we're all in on Osimhen. So if United make the move in January and maybe get Osimhen in, then Garnacho could probably be a target for Juve in the summer, having saved the money and not buying Osimhen, if that makes sense. So that's why I would say Juve maybe. But the big one and the mystery one, and this is the team that has already put the bid in, apparently according to reports, is Atletico Madrid. And they, being the parent club, original parent club for Garnacho when he was an academy player there, from when United brought him into their academy, have put a 60 million obligation buy down with a 6-month loan. Now, again, this is completely up to Manchester United, but a lot of fans would automatically say, are you not just getting rid of a player there and nobody else coming in for the rest of this season? Are we in fact writing the season off if we loan out Garnacho right now, or do any deal like this for that matter? It could happen with Rashford. You've got Lindelof and Eriksen that are on the list as well, but Garnacho 60 million, I don't think United can turn that down. I think that's fair money. And Atleti, we know, have definitely got the money to spend. They have invested recently, but they don't want to spend in January. They want to loan Garnacho for 6 months and then commit to 60 million in the summer. Is that enough for Manchester United? Is that enough to get the deal over the line? Some would say that's sensible. If he's not part of the long-term project, then Garnacho, to guarantee United 60 million in the summer, then that's sensible. That makes Manchester United's summer transfer window and the rebuild a lot easier, because you could easily say then that's 25 million for Sancho, that's 60 million for Garnacho. There's 85 million already coming in the summer for Manchester United that can be reinvested into the playing staff. But a lot of people right now weren't expecting United to be so bad in the league, and United needing reinforcements quickly so as to not be battling relegation. Dare we say that? Relegation for Manchester United? It is a possibility right now, because let's be honest, Manchester United sat in 14th or closer to the relegation zone with bigger, tougher games to come, with injuries and suspensions to key players to come as well. We're not moving up that table anytime quickly. Do United need to sell Garnacho and get money in January as the only deal? Realistically, when you look at it, does anyone have that money? Are United's hands tied? Are United pretty much screwed with this deal and are going to have to accept the maximum amount of money that isn't going to come necessarily straight away? Let me know what you think. Get into the comments below. Atletico Madrid, 60 million. Is that enough for Manchester United? Is it still a problem that we can't get money in January though? And we need to reinvest in January big time to save our season. Garnacho right now, though, does look surplus to requirements under Ruben Amorim. Is this the changing of the guard that United have needed for years? Do we just need to get rid of players that are not going to feature or are causing a problem? Let me know in the comments, everybody. Please give this video a like. Subscribe to Forever United TV. Check out the other content that's on your screen right now as well. And I'll see you all in the next video.